Well, welcome to Wood Chip Woodworking. Today since Halloween is right around the corner, today we're going to make a pumpkin out of some 2x4s. So this ought to be an interesting project. Let's do a little housekeeping real quick. Welcome to Wood Chip Woodworking. Please share, subscribe, like, and let's get this channel to grow, and leave some comments down below. And if you got any ideas that you'd like to see me try, let me know them too, and we'll figure it out together. So let's get started on today's project. It should be an interesting one, so hang tight. All right, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to make a pumpkin here, and we got to cut some 2x4s, and as you can see, I got some 2x4s here that we're going to use, scrap 2x4s that I got laying here. So let's get started on this. So the first one is a stem. It's got to be 12.5 inches long, which I'm actually going to cut it out of this one because I want to use these edges. So we're going to cut it out of this one here, 12.5 inches long. And what did I do with my pencil? There it is. Found it. All right, so we want a 12.5 inch piece here. So we're going to cut something like that right there. So let's go to our chop saw and chop it off. So hang tight. All right, so I marked my board 12.5 inches. Got a lot of projects going on around the shop here lately. So 12.5 inches. That will be our stem right there. So we need one of them. And we need two boards at 10.5 inches. So we can get two of them out of this piece here. So let's cut this. I'm going to cut it this way here for a minute. When they say 10 inches, yeah. So that would be that one. These don't have to be exact. That's one. Yeah. I need another one at 10 inches. So that would be this one right there. And it's all right that it's kind of rough because pumpkin is normally not perfect. That'd be perfect for that one. And now I need two of them. So I need four of them, 8 inches long. So let's cut 8 inches, four of them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this, and I'm going to put a stop block right there. So hang tight, and let's get a stop block on there. All right, so I got my stop block set for 8 inches. We'll cut this. We need, what did I say, 8 of them, right? All right. Two, and that one's a little short. There's 3. All right. Yeah. Grab some more 2x4s here. There's 4. 5. 6. 7. And one more will make 8. All right, there's our 8 for that. And I need 2 6-inch long ones. So let's see if these are even close to 6 inches. Ah, look at that. That one is 6. That one's not. Let's cut us 2 6-inch pieces here. Pencil. Pencil, pencil, pencil. There you are. All right, 6 inches. And I need one more 6-inch piece. All right, this one would be 6 inches. We're in good shape. Yep. Okay, just take just a hair off the end here. All right, so now we got all our pieces cut here. Let's get rid of our scraps. And hang tight. All right, so we got our pieces here. So what I need to do next is I need to cut 45s here and a 45 there. Okay, and then I need to cut 45 more on that, right? Is that right? Yeah. A 45 on this side here, and a 45 over here. So that means I got to do a 45 on this, 45 there, and a 45 there, and then one on top, 45 here and a 45 there. And that will do it. All right. Let's, oh, I need to cut the 45 on this too. So I need to cut a 45 there and there. Yeah. I might just do, yeah. All right. 45 over there. And one there. All right, so let's go back to our chop saw and let's cut our 45s. So hang tight. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut these 45s on here, and I just do a quick 45 mark and something like that. Cut this here. Let's save these for 1 second here. I got an idea. Okay, so that takes care of them too. And we need to, the two that are on top of that, 45. So let me get these laid out and we'll be ready to cut. All right, so basically what I'm doing, guess I'll show you that. Measuring over about 1 inch, putting a mark here, and then putting a 45-degree angle here so I kind of know where to cut. Doesn't have to be exact, but I'm just making it look good. So it's uniform. There. And that one. And this one here. Inch. 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 And I say there. There. All right. Okay. That's that. Let's see here. Make sure I got all my pieces and parts. Okay. Okay, so that one. Don't need this one. That's that one. That's that one. Same thing on this one. Don't need, well, yeah, I could cut that. Yeah. To there, to there. And that would be the same on this one. All right. We'll get this squared away here. There. All right, so we got our pieces parts marked. Let's go cut them. Go back over here. All right. 45. So we know where we're cutting here. All right. Same thing on this one. I'm just marking my pieces here. All right. I'm just too lazy to move my saw. I could probably move it pretty good if I did, but for what we're doing, this works out perfectly fine. Okay, pencil. There. And there. And two more. Let's see here. All right. All right, one more here. It should be the same on both sides. I don't know why I didn't mark it. I'll mark that one real quick on the other side. It should be over here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's that one and this one. All right, we got our pieces cut. Hang tight. All right, so we got our pieces cut. Lay them out here real quick to show you what we're looking at, so that I know this will be my centerpiece. So I got that one in the center. And I'll have these two on the outside, like so. Then I'll have one like that, and one like that. And then this one will go in the center of that. Okay, so I want to mark on it my orange. Again, lost my pencil. Keep losing my pencil. Let me find my pencil. Okay, so here's my layout. So I want to paint this orange. So I'm just going to put an O right here. I probably shouldn't put an O on there. I'm going to flip them over a little bit. Yeah, it don't matter. Don't matter. I'm going to put an O on the back side, or an X on the back side, and the sides that we don't need to paint. And then this will be painted on both sides because I need the other side. So I've got this one for here, this one for here, and I'm missing a small one. And I didn't cut it. That's why. All right, hang tight. Let me cut this one, and this one will go on top. So hang tight. All right, we're back. So this one will go on top of there. My pencil, and I'm going to put a X on the side that I don't want to paint. And then I'll paint these. So I got this orange Minwax stain here. All we're going to do is we're going to paint these. So let's get started on this. This one here is going to be painted a green, so I want to hold off to that. So dip my brush and hang on one second. I gotta do one thing. Well, I'll show you. I'm just going to basically take this here and just slather some paint on it like that. Hang tight. Let me go get some gloves on. All right, I got me a pair of gloves here. Keep my hands clean. So we'll get these gloves on, and I'll show you how I'm painting these. And this should, like I said, this is just an orange stain that I'm just going to paint. Just kind of like that. Paint all sides here. Just get a good coat on it. It's a pumpkin, so and you could use spray paint on this if you wanted to. Be perfectly fine. I just happen to have this orange paint from some jack-o'-lanterns that I did a year ago, and I thought, why not? Stuff dries pretty quick. It's easy, and it also looks good. So I'll have this at my craft show that I'm going to this weekend, which will be the Zucchini Festival. That's all this weekend, Labor Day weekend. Hope everybody enjoys their holiday. So that's where I'll be this weekend. And I'm just going to try to get the majority of it off and just kind of wipe it and let it dry. So I'll continue to paint these, and you know, it's basically what I've got going right here. So I'll continue to paint these up, and we'll go from there and see what the next step will be. So hang tight. I'll be right back. All right, as you can see, I got all of them painted orange. That's what we needed. So this here is my top, and I need to cut that out for the stem. So let's go to our bandsaw and let's get this cut out. So hang tight. All right, so we're at our bandsaw here, and I'm just going to cut this out. Okay, so there's our stem. Now let's go over here to the sander. We'll clean up all our saw marks because that blade is not the best in the world. So it's a little wore out. All right, so we're going to do a little sanding here. I'm just going to kind of round this over. All right, so that's kind of the general shape. I'll put my other sander on there. I'll be right back and we'll do that side. All right, so we got our sander switched over. Let's get you over here a little closer. I know you're kind of like, really? All right, hang tight. All right, get you a little closer so you can see what I'm doing here. And I'm just going to clean the inside of this up a little bit. And normally I probably would run my dust collector on this, but if I do that, you wouldn't be able to hear much. So I'm not going to run it right now. And for what I'm doing, it's fine. All right. So now I want to taper that just a hair. Give it the illusion that it's a stem. So hopefully that looks like a stem to you. I don't know. Kind of looks like one to me. So let's go back to the bench and we'll get this painted up. All right, so here we are. I got some more Minwax stain here. And this is just Army Green. I thought that would be fine for what we're doing. Kind of a greenish color. And got our brush. I use these foam brushes a lot for this stain because it works real well. And I'm going to have to go down because this is going to go on top of that. But I want to paint this all here. Just give it a good coat of paint here. Or I should say stain. Not paint, it's stain. And we'll let this dry, and we'll come back and finish up our project here. This just got to dry for a little bit. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, let her dry there. Get rid of some of this into my brush here. I guess I better paint the bottom of it. I guess I should have painted this orange, but that's all right. It's going to be sitting on the floor anyway. So I'm just going to try to get rid of some of that out of my brush. Leave it set and let it dry. Yeah, just like that. Let it dry. And we'll put our brushes away and everything, and we'll be right back. Hang tight. All right, welcome back. I think our pieces are dry. So I think we're good to start putting them together here. So let's get them laid out and let's get them put together. So I got one here, and then this one goes here, and this one will go over top of that, like so. Let's get some glue, and we'll glue them up and nail them together. So we got some Titebond 2 glue here that we're going to use. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit between them. Just put a strip down there. Put a strip here. Like so. Like that. And I'm going to try to toenail it real quick. Well, probably won't let me toenail it. So we're just going to do it this way. The glue's basically enough to hold it in place while we do this. Center that like kind of like so. And sorry about that. The air compressor kicked on, and I wanted to make sure I'm not getting a nail in that. I don't know why. Well, I guess we might have to go to plan B, which is go to the other nail gun. So actually, hold tight and we'll see what we can do. All right, so I apologize. Fortunately, my nail gun is on the fritz. Don't ask me why. So we got to resort to old-fashioned methods, which is finish nails. So we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. Do it the old-fashioned way is what they say, huh? So we'll put 4 nails in this. And these are just 8 penny nails or 8 finish nails, whatever you call them. I know it's been a long time since I've used nails. Okay, there's one. Now we'll put some more glue on this because our glue is kind of set up a little bit. And we got our next piece here. Guess I didn't center it very well on that one, which is kind of a bummer, but that's all right. It's all right. Just gotta make do with what we got. Won't be perfect, but neither am I. So we just deal with it. So I'm I missed that one. So I got to come in from a little bit more on an angle here. Uh-oh, look out, you're falling over. You drunk? What's going on there? I think I might put a clamp on that to hold that. So let me get a squeeze clamp here. Hold that in place. Normally I wouldn't use nails, but unfortunately that's what we're looking at. Let's see here. Put one on the top just to be safe. There we are. Now let's try it again. There we are. Put another one down here. That should work. Let's flip it over and do the other side because that'll make life easier for me. Like I said, I got too many projects laying here on the bench. But that's all right. I don't mind at all. I don't mind some good projects. I'm going to put you right there. All right. I guess I should have painted that orange. Maybe I'll do that here in a minute because I didn't think of that stem sticking up like it is. I'm going to center this one a little better than what I did the first one. Like that. Centered it just a little bit better. Let's get the other one. Make sure she's going to line up before I go to put it in there. Yeah, right there. All right. We're cooking with gas now, guys. I guess one of the questions I got for people, maybe somebody can answer this for me. That's the Porter cable is what I have. They're older nail guns. They work good. That one that I had is my bigger one, and it seems like I've always had problems with that one for some reason. Not sure why, but I've always had problems with it. So I've seen a lot of people have the Ryobi pneumatic, or I guess it's a battery powered one. Who out there has one, and what do they think of it? Is it worth investment in something like that, or is it not? That's my question to folks out there in Wonderland and YouTube land, if you want to call it that. But I mean, nails are, you know, you work with what you got. And finished nails are fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. I just happen to have them, and I'm going to use them. Okay, we're on the home stretch. Put a dab of glue there. Center this up like so. And I'll have some nail holes in it, but I ain't going to worry about it too much, because what I'll do is... You fell over again. You guys quit drinking. Man, I'm telling you what. You guys are drinking too much. All right. Let's go back to where I was before you drunken sailors. So... I think this is turning out pretty good, if you ask me. Learned a little bit what to do, what not to do. And we'll flip it over, put our last piece on just like so. And we will call this project done. Call this project done. So if you can leave me a comment down below on what you think of that. I think it's made by Ryobi, if I'm not mistaken. And I think DeWalt has one. If Ridgid has one, I might be seriously considering it. I like Ridgid tools. Not that there's anything wrong with Ryobi. I've got a few Ryobi tools. And then there's nothing wrong with the old Stanley tool, obviously. All right, guys. There is our pumpkin. I'm going to go back through and paint this orange up on the top here, get rid of the green. And there's our pumpkin. I think it looks pretty cool. What do you think? Looks like a pumpkin to you? I think it does. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to share, subscribe, like, leave some comments. Let me know what your thoughts are on that Ryobi pneumatic nailer, and tell me what you think, because I might replace the one that I have, because I've always had problems with that. And I noticed that tonight the part that goes to the nails is coming loose. I had put a bolt in it before, and I noticed it's coming loose again. So I don't know. Leave me a comment below and tell me what your thoughts are on that, as far as, you know, is it worth the effort, worth the money to invest in something like that? Let me know, and you know, I'll consider buying one. Right now, kind of toss between what I should do, and we'll go from there. But anyway, feel free to share, subscribe, like, leave some comments below. Tell me what you think of my pumpkin. I'm going to go through and I'm going to paint this orange, kind of clean that up a little bit, make it look a little bit more like a pumpkin, and we'll call this a pumpkin done. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, thanks for stopping by Woodchip Woodworking, and have a good day. Talk to you soon.